Good morning, everybody. As we start the video lesson looking at this beautiful stock that I'm currently long, AAOI, let me make it clear I have 5 new long signals today. 2 are considered quality, 3 are not. None are great. If you're looking for a setup that is just beautiful and something that you absolutely have to get long because the setup is just the best ever, let me go ahead and remind you that when AAOI was along, this is what it looked like, and that's what the price bar looked like. So if you're looking for something like this, we don't have it, but even this entry wasn't that great because look at the volume. But with all that green bop in the chart, that's what made it nice, and that's what's going to differentiate it from like the rest of these longs. But the best one, the best looking one for Wednesday morning is SMFG. SMFG showed up in my daily volume surge scan and price volume bop surge scan. Following this gap up, for the reason I can't find out, maybe it's because of Japan stock market, pulled back one day, got support, and now it's making a huge volume move higher with my BOP indicator staying max green. Now, I'm not sure if it can do it, but I'm hoping maybe it can do a similar move like the October to December move. So maybe I can get a 28% move from here, even if it's half of that. I'd be happy with that 14% move because all I risk if I'm wrong on the half of the position is a move down through 739. Now my final stop on the position, which is going to be a constant theme through all of these signals, is 710. However, if SMFG fails 739 on above average volume or loses max green bop, I'm moving my final sell stop up. It will never come down here. So just keep that in mind with SMFG. 2% of my account capital, limit at 754, no chasing since it's extended from the 20-day moving average. 739, 710 are the two stops on that one. And then probably one of the least volatile, kind of best overall setups is REI. Pocket pivot point signal on huge volume, a BOP confirming, a bullish engulfing candle over candle pattern. Very, very nice. And if we can get a move similar to this March to May move even, that's a 40% move. And all I got to do, my first cut loss is right here, and my final cut loss will be this low here, and I'll go over it. But total in the position, I only risk about 4.5%, 5% to possibly make 40%, and then even potentially, based on a previous measured move from the February lows to the January 2017 highs, a 229% gain while only risking 4.5% to 5%. That's why I got to take it, even though this chart isn't that perfect. It's all about that risk-reward ratio. REI was only in my price volume BOP surge scan, so it's only 1% of my account capital. It is not extended, so my limited order is going to be the high today, 1340. First cut loss, 1280. The lows right here. Final cut loss back here, this low, 1249. So hits 1248, I'll be completely out. This is one where I'll probably let the first stop go and the second stop I don't care about. But now we're getting back to these stops again on the rest of these stocks. The final stops hopefully will never come in play. DVAX confirming its gap up move following its updated data results at some conference. I listed the conference name on the new positions page, but I can't remember what it was called now. Bullish support off of those lows, gap up lows, bullish hammer candle, extremely strong volume, confirming the previous day's move, max green bop holding, so I love it. Got to get long at 7. I think it's gapping up to 740 after hours, so if it runs without me, so be it. I'm not chasing. Limit at 7, first cut loss 660, final cut loss 6. However, if it loses 660 on above average volume or loses it and loses max green bop or green bop completely, then that'll be the new final stop before 6 ever comes into play. So just keep that in mind. Then we have XTNT as a speculative long position. Beautiful looking price pattern. Just wish it didn't have that red bop there. Wish it also had positive bop all the way back to February, but whatever. Recently now, though, a lot of green bop, a lot of max green bop. Looks beautiful. Looks like it's coiled right off the 50-day moving average. I'm hoping that I got that fish hook, curl, U-turn, rounding, bottom action happening here. Going to get long, limit 59. First cut loss 54. It moves below 54. My final cut loss for now is 46, and you could even do 40. But here's the thing. If it loses 54 at all, does it on heavier, no matter what, if it loses 54, whatever the next low is, no matter what, half of the next sell stop goes there. And that'll continue to happen until 46 comes into play. only if it pulls back on lighter volume and keeps max green bop. It loses max green bop, pulls back on heavier volume. You can be 100% sure 46 will never come into play unless it flash crashes in one day. That'll be the only reason. And then CCIH is the next play. By the way, excuse me, before I move for XTNT, it was only in my max green bop for 5-day scan. First profit target is this high here, 88. Next profit target right here, 118 for XTNT. By the way, DVAX was only in one scan, so that's 1% of my account capital. DVAX was in my price volume BOP scan, 1%. XTNT is in my BOP scan, and obviously it's a swing trade, so only $1,000 that I'm putting into this 0.25% of my account capital. Then there's CCIH, also a 0.25% swing trade, getting long a limit at 140. Once again, big, huge move. I can't remember if this is earnings or not, but I know that it was in playing the day trading community, so I happen to think it might be an earnings or contract winner. Whatever it is, it's pulled back to a Fibonacci retracement level right at the 50-day moving average, a bullish hammer candle reversal off that average with max green bop confirming, slightly above average volume. I want to get long using a limit order at 140. My first cut loss, that low a day, 126. The next cut loss, I don't have one until it can pull back all the way to 99. But you can be damn sure if it takes out 126 on heavier volume, even no volume, and if it does it, but while losing max green bop, 99 will never come into play. If it starts to pull back on lower volume, even before 99 comes into play, whatever the next low day is, that's the next half stop. Then if it pulls back again and let's say it gets down to 104, that's the next stop. And then let's say the next day it gets down to 1, that's the next stop until it takes out 99. And that's only if it's low volume with the max green bop pullback. Heavier volume pullback, lost max green bop, as soon as it takes out 126, you can be sure I'll be looking to get out ASAP. I don't want to give any stock room here. The market looks weird to me and I don't know what to expect. But CCIH spec, XTNT spec, DVAX spec, trend following, REI, quality trend following, SMFG, quality trend following thanks to the liquidity, but the low price means you're not dealing with that high of quality. So keep all this in mind, everyone. Great luck today. Aloha.